Yo, what's up guys? DJ Sterling here. Just wanted to give you a quick update. I've been done with this computer build for about 2 days now. It's been running stable. Let's see, right now I've got like two browsers open. I've got Facebook open in Chrome, and I've got like 10 tabs of YouTube open in Firefox, and that's about it. And the temperatures are in the mid to high 30-degree Celsius range, which is fine. If you can hear it, oh, it's so quiet. Like, I personally cannot hear the case fans, and the pump are like super quiet. The only thing I really hear is I have three old hard drives. They're just regular SATA drives, like 3, 4, and 8 terabytes large. They're on the back side of the motherboard, and I think one or two of them spin up like constantly. It's not very energy efficient, and it's kind of on the louder side. It spins at a higher RPM, maybe for performance, and that's about it. Nothing else about this case or this setup do I really hear any noise, and so it looks great. This is blowing out warm air. There's two fans up there. Radiator is sucking in cool air. This fan's blowing out hot air, and then the power supply also blows out hot air. And so I did do some benchmarking on this computer, and just as you'd expect, it is beyond crazy what it can do. Just as a reminder, the processor is a 3970X Threadripper, 32 cores, 64 threads. The graphics card is the ASUS Republic of Gamers RTX 2080 Ti. You've got 64 gigs of DDR4, 3600 megahertz RAM. The LC is 16, so it's the tighter timing, lower latency RAM. Nothing is overclocked. I didn't even speed up the RAM yet. The actual RAM is operating at 33 megahertz, and that's what I benchmarked it at, and the performance was just stupid. And so I'm actually content with that. I could probably get it to be a little better, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. All these lights and stuff I can control through the software. ASUS comes with something called Armory Crate, and there's another program that also comes with it. And so the RAM, the motherboard, and the graphics card can all be controlled and do light stuff together. I can change to the left nearest the fan. There's that sort of like triangle shaped lit up piece. I can change that to be like anything through the software. You can do all kinds of like really fancy stuff. And just how here, like I have the CPU temp reading out, you can change that to display different stuff. So really customizable, really cool. I've tested everything. All of the front ports here work for USB 3, USB 2, USB Type-C. There's a mic and a headphone port. So, I mean, everything is rock solid. I've had no crashes, literally no issues. And so when I did benchmark it, I think temperatures got up to maybe 55 degrees. One test I did, which was meaningful to me, because I do this benchmark stuff, and I don't really know what that means because I don't game. I don't really have much to compare it to. Like I should have benchmarked my last system and then this one, and then compared the two. But I just got so excited with this build that I didn't do it, and now I already kind of put that computer up out the way, so I'm not going to grab it back out. But the meaningful test that I did was running Adobe Premiere, rendering a 4K video, and this was a 50-minute video, 4K resolution that I shot with my Canon M50 camera. And so my last computer took about an hour, I feel like at least an hour to render that video, to do the export. And on this computer, It took about 5 minutes. So that that's a huge difference. I wanted productivity, and I definitely got it with this computer. And I mean, not only that, but I was rendering and I was doing other stuff too in the background. I was still kind of surfing the web and, you know, hanging out on YouTube and stuff. So big success. Crazy build. Definitely worth every penny. And it's got room for growth. If I decide, oh, I want to cool the graphics card, I have a modular cooler. So with the Fractal Design S36 Celsius, you can add on different components. You can add the reservoir, you can add on a component for the graphics card, and you know, whatever you want, you can kind of build it up and customize it. And this case also has plenty of room to support all that. And so maybe in the future, right now I don't have a need. When I ran the benchmark tests, the graphics card, even doing the rendering, was below 20%. It seemed to bounce around between 12 and 18%. And the CPU was about 50 to 55%. And the RAM got up to about 30%, which is just over 20 gigabytes of usage. And that was while rendering that 50-minute 4K video. And then, yeah, so it's crazy powerful. In just a minute, I'll hop on the computer and I'll show you one of the benchmark tests that I did. And maybe it'll make more sense to you. But yeah, this is my computer. I'm very happy with it. But so this is the user bench test. And here are the results. So for gaming, I got a 146%, desktop 160, and then workstation 193. So it looks like it pretty much blew everything out of the water. And I'll kind of scroll down and show you some of the specifics. So that's the processor, about 87 percentile. That's the graphics card, 180%. This is the solid state drives, the M2 drives. There's 2 of them, 404%. That's crazy. This is an old Crucial SSD. It's a SATA SSD, 81%. That's cool. It's another M2 SSD, 409%. And then these are just some old hard drives that I have in the box for long-term storage, but I'm actually thinking about pulling them out and setting up a NAS. And then lastly, there's the RAM, 154%. And look, that's the speed it's running at, 2666. I think I said 2333 earlier, so that's what I meant to say. This is correct. So way slower than what it's actually rated for, which is this 3600, and then there's the C16. So 64 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, pretty happy with this setup. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or comments. Please subscribe. I'll probably do some more videos in the future where maybe I'll like record a benchmark test or play a game or something just so you can see how crazy it is. Cool. DJ Sterling, thanks for watching. Peace.
I feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini.